Hey guys, thanks for joining. We are having another session of Curly Convos today, and Curly Combos. So we're getting together 3 different curl types as often as possible to do some styling and chit-chatting about all of our curly experiences. And we're live on Instagram while we're doing this video, so we can answer questions live. Ruby is manning the station and can ask any questions you guys might have about curls. If you guys have any product questions or customer service stuff, please email us at info@controlledchaoshair.com and we can answer customer service stuff there. Today it's all about style and hair and curl questions. We want to have everyone kind of talk about their experience with their curls and their experience with the product. So some of the girls today have used Controlled Chaos before, some have been using it, or one has been using it for a long time. You two are brand new, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna get honest opinions about what they think and products that they may have used before and what the difference is. And just pretty much talk about, you know, the curly struggle that we've had that is now over, because thank God it's finally in and everybody wants curls and at last it's our time to shine. If you guys have any questions at all, again, go ahead and ask Ruby.
Somebody asked, which is the best leave-in gel?
So, oh, I should have product over here when I So, let me get these. We are using Controlled Chaos Curl Cream. We're going to talk about gels as well, but this is what we're using. We love Controlled Chaos Curl Cream. It feels like nothing is in the hair at all. It's not crispy or greasy, and it works on all hair types. As you can see, we have 3 pretty great variations of curls, and we've got 2 girls with long hair, which is awesome because people often think like, oh, that won't work on my hair, or my hair doesn't curl, it just frizzes. And so we're here to show you that you can, with the right styling tips and the right products, you can have amazing curls or waves, and frizz is just a pissed off curl. So if you guys have frizz, you have curl. If you have any texture at all, you just need to make friends with your textured hair and you'll be able to control it. And Controlled Chaos will give you as much or as little control as you want. So we've worked with Gabby on a couple of different shoots and we can do all kinds of amazing stuff with her hair. We have shots and video of her with really defined, perfect small curls that are like really close, you know, to her head. Today she's got more volume. And it's a frizzy day out there today. It's really humid and rainy and cloudy and the worst day for curls.
Yeah, literally.
So we all can relate to that. And it just won't frizz all day. So even if we give her a more a voluminous look, she doesn't have to worry about frizz. So one of the things we talk about a lot is getting rid of crispy curls. So I think we've all dealt with that. Why don't we talk about, let's start with the curliest. We'll go from curliest to wavy. Gabby is 4AB curl type, and her texture is coarse. Not as coarse as it was when we met, because now she's using all 3 products. So why don't we hear about like what your struggle was with your curls. I like to kind of do as if I'm about to take a client to do a haircut. So why don't we talk about, tell me what you hate about your hair, or what you hated about your hair growing up, maybe, or recently.
Definitely frizz. Being able to control it, that was always an issue until now, until recently. I haven't had much problems with that. But it's interesting that somebody said something about gel, because I used to just cake the gel in my hair. That was like my go-to thing. I didn't know anything about moisture and keeping my hair healthy in that type of way. I just put the gel in because it made my curls shiny and crunchy. And it wasn't a look.
So that's when we talk about like ramen noodle.
Yeah, literally, somebody has said that to me before too. When I was younger, they were like, "Oh, it's like ramen noodles." So I was like, "Yeah, I don't know how to take that."
Thank you. So yeah, it really we always kind of, I bet you kind of felt like I felt when I was younger too. If it was crispy or greasy, I was safe from frizz.
Yeah, like the gel would keep the frizz away, but.
And that's
it.
That's lesser of like two evils,
Yeah.
I guess. But I'd rather have hair that's full and curly and not crispy or greasy, but still not frizzy.
Definitely.
So that's what I had to create this product, because I had so many clients that were like me, just walking around with like crispy gel head, and there is a better way to get full soft curls. And how do you feel, like how has your hair changed since you started using the product? It's been about 5 or 6 months?
At least.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit longer.
And she uses the whole bundle, sorry.
Yeah, I do.
She uses the whole bundle of cleanser, moisturizer, and curl cream. And so how did it feel when you first came in, and how does it feel now?
Well, the curls are so soft, for one. I've never, because I do have coarse hair, like you said, so making my hair soft is a struggle. But since I've been using these products, my hair has just been a lot softer overall.
Do you feel like it behaves well too? Like you can trust going outside? And
on days like this, as long as I load in the curl cream, like I'm set.
Which is a good feeling.
It
sometimes
is so
like
nice.
when it rains and you're like going somewhere.
Or if it's humid,
yeah,
that's the worst.
And you're just like, I don't want to get out of the car, I'm gonna look awful. And now you can just go.
Or I can only wear my hair down for like an hour maybe before it grows like 20 times the size. That doesn't really happen too much anymore.
All right, cool. So Cassie, I met the other day out and about, and I just like had to run up and say, hey, try this product and I want you to come do a video with us. And her hair is amazing. And I gave her a little sample and told her, you know, hey, if you like the product, I'd love to have you come into our studio and do a shoot, and we'll just style you and, you know, talk about, you know, curls. So this is an interesting way for you guys to hear a second timer who's used the product like only twice. So she used it at home once and then called and said, yeah, I want to do the shoot and I like the product. So tell us what you feel is, like, tell us what you were doing before 5 days ago, and what you're doing now.
So I usually always have to use a serum because my frizz is so bad, and then I usually use like a curl cream, but it never defines my curls enough, and it's still super frizzy no matter what, but I've just like learned to live with it. But since I've been, well, when I used this, I didn't have to use the serum at all, and normally I have to like load it on,
yeah.
Which is also like really expensive, so it's nice to just be able to use one product. And they were super soft and not crunchy. I can't use any like gels or anything like that because it just feels like I have hairspray in my hair. Right. So it's definitely super nice, and I just have so many different like textures of curls because I like do dye my hair now.
Yes, you do. You have like tiny baby kinky ones up here. They're so cute, and look how perfect still. Like, and you can
so
move these around and touch the hair. Yeah, go ahead and say whatever you want whenever.
Nice. Like I can pull it and it just boop, right back to how it was.
Normally it's like as soon as any kind of wind hits it, it's just like sticking straight up.
Yep.
And it's the curliest part of my hair, and it's right on my forehead. So it's nice to like have it.
Little horns.
Yeah.
Double horns,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's also why I created the product, because I wanted curly girls to be able to feel like hair, like the girls with straight hair riding horses bareback with their hair like flowing, you know, we're always like these helmet heads, or, you know, it's just not fun. And now it just feels like hair, right? It doesn't feel like it's got a ton of greasy stuff in it, or it's not stiff. Like sometimes when I would hold my hair out when it was longer, it would be sticking out like this because the gel was so stiff it wouldn't hang like hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted everyone to have the opportunity to have hair that feels like soft, just hair with nothing in it. So it feels like nothing's in the hair, right? Do you feel?
Yeah. It feels
like,
really nice.
And I'm sure you guys have used every product under the sun, basically.
Yeah.
And so what are the like I don't know, why don't you tell us, Gabby, what you think are like the biggest differences besides the crisp and the lasting?
Even some other curl creams that I've tried, they keep my hair like curled. It's just when I touch them, that's the difference. Like when I touch my hair with this, it feels very naturally soft, naturally hydrated. Before, like I would touch my hair, even with like my nicer curl creams, I still feel like I get some residue on my hands, and I still feel like I can feel it in my hair. But with this, I can't feel it at all.
And touching it isn't scary. Like usually if you'd like go towards someone's hair with curly hair, they'd be like, don't you dare! And now, I mean, we can wear our hair up and take it down, shake it out, spritz a little water on it, and scrunch, and go. And it will go right back to perfect curls again.
We have a couple of questions.
All right.
So one is, what is a good way to style next day curls?
With this, just flare salt bottle, which I forgot to carry. I'm not gonna have enough hands. So we emptied it out because we haven't. We need to keep it clean. But anyway, this is a flare salt bottle, and when it sprays a super fine mist. So if I've got my hair up, I can even go for like a run, believe it or not. Sometimes it's gross, but you can only have time for a body shower. Like you've got to get the workout in, so you do it. And I can take a shower, take my hair down before I get in the shower, and I'll just kind of get my hands wet and press it a little bit so that I can encourage the curl to come back, and it will look just like this. So with someone like Gabby's hair type especially, that's like super important, because normally you can't do this to this hair and have it not break up and frizz. Like you can't ever touch this hair type and take the crispiness out of it. And expect the curls to still form. So you can like touch this hair and do whatever you want to it, and it doesn't normally, if you've got curly hair, you've got this curl type, if you do this, and we've already been taking photos and doing this with her all morning, so if you do this is almost the same as brushing her hair. If you like do that, it breaks the cast on any other product that has a cast, and it says, oh, it's fine, break the cast and you'll have great curl. No, you won't, it will frizz. So this, you could break the cast and it's still got really flexible, great hold to it that will keep the curl intact no matter what you do to it. So just spritz a little water on it, scrunch, and let it air dry. I feel like I look crazy for about 20 minutes, so you're gonna think it doesn't work, right? Do you do it too?
Yeah, like the half dry, half wet, trying to fix it, yeah.
But it always turns out right. It has memory, so it goes right back to its perfect little curl if you just trust it. So try it on a Saturday, or when you're not going anywhere, or can wear your hair up the first couple of times until you get used to it. But you just spritz it with some water, get it about 20% wet, scrunch it. It's gonna look crazy. Just go about, eating your breakfast, getting dressed, doing what you do, and then look at it 20 minutes later and you're like, oh, it actually went back how I wanted it to look. It looks great.
And somebody asked if you can use it on thin hair.
Yes, I have 2 hairs. So I am one of those people that has I call myself like a baby chicken that just has to have like 3 hairs coming up. And it's so light that it works really great for fine hair. So the trick to it is to use more or less based on your hair type and the weather that day. So I only use about 1/4 of a teaspoon on mine and apply from the ends up, keeping it away from the root because I want volume at the root. For Gabby, she would probably use 2 teaspoons on a sunny day and maybe a teaspoon on a rather humid day, and then maybe a teaspoon on a dry day. So she has probably a similar amount of hair that I have. It's just a lot kinkier and coarser, so her hair drinks it up a little bit more. And have you noticed that since you've been using the whole system, you use less curl cream than you used to?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So over time, you'll use less.
I haven't even finished what you gave me before.
Awesome.
And it still does the trick.
And that's months and months.
Yeah, that's months.
Great. So some people go through it a little faster. If you've got really damaged hair and a ton of it, you might go through a tube a month for your first 2 tubes. And then as your hair repairs itself and it's less thirsty and it's more hydrated and quenched, you'll have a tube, one of the full-size tubes might last like 4 months. So once your hair gets repaired, you use less product for the same results. So if we have another question, we'll do that and then we'll get to Emma.
had repeats, so I'll go.
Okay. So we get a ton of questions about the two hair types that we get the questions about the most are the 4, A, B, and C. So I want to show like how it works on that. And then we have people like Emma who are like, well, I don't have curls. My hair's just frizzy. So tell us what, before I speak for you, Emma and I just met the other night out and about as well, and I got to eat a lot. And I'm always like, I've got the curl target out, like, oh, look at them all, I want to bring them all in. So I could tell her hair was actually in a braid, but I could see some of it was
It always flies out and starts getting like really, I don't know, frizzy.
Yep.
Little ends coming out.
So I asked her, hey, do you have curls under there? Do you want to come in? Because we get a lot of people who would have waves thinking that they just have frizzy hair. So tell me what you thought about your hair before you saw it styled today.
My hair is kind of crazy sometimes, depending on the weather and what's going on and how many days I've been without a wash. It can be really wavy on its own, or it can just be like a lot of volume, a lot of frizz. Not fun to deal with, not very cute. But with this, I've never had like more amazing curls or waves.
Did you ever have your hair like this wavy or this type, like this perfect curl before?
Not this perfect curl. It's been like wavy, but it's not like a consistent wave like throughout my whole hair.
Yeah.
This is really nice, and it's like, it feels like there's nothing in it. It's like weightless. It's not heavy.
Yeah. So you can use it on long hair that normally products will weigh down because the hair itself is really heavy, and it's light enough to use to create this type of curl. Or if she styled, we did a twisting technique on her today. If she did like a raking and scrunching technique, she'd have more beachy waves. So you can get a couple different looks out of it too. And it's just this is where her curls wanted to go. We didn't use a curling iron on this. We didn't do anything.
It's natural.
Yeah. Anything, you know, different to make her hair do something it doesn't want to do on its own. It's just the curl cream. Put the curl cream in super soaking wet hair, scrunch, and either air dry or diffuse. And this is what you get. You get to like really just encourage your hair to do what it wants to do, and then it won't frizz because it's already living where it wants to live. So, so let's talk about how it seals the ends really well too. Everybody who has coarse hair can relate to, even after you just get a haircut, you feel like you need a haircut, right? You just
I
never
always feel like I need one.
Yeah, you just never have nice, perfectly formed ends. It always has like part of it just seems like, oh, I just got it cut and it's gonna feel so great, and it still feels frizzy on the ends. So this is, I want you guys to see up close so they can really see what we're talking about when it comes to, cool. So look at how.
And I haven't had a haircut in like over a year.
Bad girl.
I know. I don't like cutting my hair.
But that's awesome though. This is really,
I know.
really great. Speaking of haircuts though, if you have curly hair or you're a hairstylist who's watching, you can go to learnthecut.com and sign up to learn the controlled chaos technique as well. So we have so many people asking for the curly haircut that matches the products. And so if you are a person with curls and you want the haircut, tell your stylist to go to learnthecut.com or follow us on Instagram so that they can learn the haircut. And yeah, they'll learn everything there is to know about curls. But look at these ends. I mean, they are perfect. And it's not caked on gel or like any other, you know, stuff to make it kind of lay on top to kind of hold the frizz at bay. You can tell it's healthy from within. So, and then this is another great example of a different hair type that is kind of the same thing. So we're dealing with color, probably bleach, and it's not great for any hair type, but we like how it looks. But especially for curls that already are more porous. So look at these ends. You can tell she probably, to get like a really good thick end of this curl, would need it cut up to about here and maybe here. But look at how the product seals the ends all the way down. So this doesn't look like a cotton candy, you know, piece of cotton candy, which is what we end up with usually, is like, oh, we'll have these perfect curls all the way down to here, and then poof, it's just like a big like frizz across the whole body. bottoms, they look like Shakespeare's like collar across. So yeah, it can also, if you're helping, if you're trying to grow your hair out, it's really helpful for that. So you can get your hair longer because you don't have to have it cut as often because it's keeping it super safe. It's got heat protection, sunblock, and it functions as 5 products in one. So like Gabby was saying, and Cassie was saying, she usually has to use a gel or a different curl cream with a serum to get the shine. I didn't want that greasy feeling or added weight, so I made the product so that it contains everything in it that gives you all the shine and all the hold that 5 products normally give. So you can toss out all this other stuff. I used to use something to fill my hair first, like a prepping serum, so that I wouldn't waste product. So I would like fill the hair with something healthy to make the other products work better. We don't need that anymore. It's a detangler and a leave-in, so you don't need a leave-in conditioner anymore, and you don't need something to detangle. It is the styler, so you don't need gel and cream. It does all the jobs of, you know, like, but yeah, it will do all the styling, keep the frizz at bay, and give you a ton of shine while protecting your color from the sun and from protecting your hair from heat. So if you do diffuse it, or if you're one of those people that has like 2 straight pieces that randomly will not curl, and you have to curl those once in a while, it'll protect from heat styling and air and blow drying from the heat from the blow dryer. So you just need one product. You need for a styler. So we've got cleanser, moisturizer, and curl cream, and this is all you need if you have curls. You just use more or less of this one magic potion based on hair type and weather. So if you want more control, use twice the product. You're never gonna get greasy or crispy feeling. You'll waste product if you don't want that much control though, so you'll have to find the balance for yourself where, you know, how much you need on each day to get the best results without overusing. Do we have a question?
Someone wants to know where Cassie got her outfit.
I know, it's super cute.
A while ago we had somebody ask if it was a product that men could use.
Yes, we have tons of guys that use it. I wish I could remember his Instagram handle right now, but Drew is a friend of ours who just got it at his Dre.
Hair by Dre.
Hair by Dre.
Hair by Dre.
Hair by Dre in LA, I believe. Uses it at his salon, and he's got amazing curls and dudes love it. So we have tons and tons of guys that use it, and they like it because it doesn't look like there's a product. They just look like they have nice curls, and it's not like they tried too hard or like gelled it or it's crispy or something, you know, like, and it's nice for girls to touch. So if there are guys out there, like, wouldn't you rather touch a guy's curls like this than like, like flaky, crispy, flaky, jelly ones? And when guys use a gel, or people with short hair in general, you can see right through. It makes you look almost bald,
like from the Jersey Shore,
or from the Jersey. Which, hey, that's your thing. but it's not our thing.
Sure.
It's a situation.
That was a good one.
It's not a look.
Somebody asked if you can use it on babies.
Kids, yes. I don't know about babies. I don't know if they need their hairstyle, but depends on what. We have tons and tons of, you know, kids that are 1 to however old that just have a ton of hair and it's curly and it's frizzy, and it's also awesome for that because it looks like you're not putting gel in your kid's hair, which I find looks a little weird. With a kid with crispy hair, it looks a little weird. Plus it leaves it more full, and it just looks like nothing is in it, but it also looks like it has perfect curls. So yeah, it's perfect for anybody.
What do you recommend for thick, frizzy, long, curly hair?
So it's what we've been talking about. Also, we should show them the hair vitamins too for fine hair, because I've been taking these and I love them. So full of biotin and all kinds of other awesome stuff that's in there. It's more cost effective than most of the hair vitamins out there. So you can find them at controlledchaoshair.com. So they're for people like me with 3 hairs who want more hair, and I'd like my hair to be full. I've tried my whole life to calm it down, and now like big hair, you know, curly hair is so in that now I'm like, hey, I want that back now. But it's nice to be able to have all the control that I want when I feel like having it. So do you guys have any, I love stories, funny little stories about like when we were a kid. Do you guys have any that stand out that we have? Oh my gosh, we usually have tons of trying to blow it out straight. Did you guys
I did that.
Yeah. You
For
were
a
doing
whole
that
year.
kind of recently, weren't you? Like
In my freshman
within
year.
the past few years, yeah.
Yeah, my freshman year of high school, I did it every single day until spring break, I think. And then I just showed up with my hair curly, and people were like, who's that? I was like, who are you? Yeah, same me.
So to hide it, feel like you have to hide it your whole life?
For me, like, I straightened it because it was just so much easier to manage, I think. Waking up that early for school, I just had to, brush it out real quick and go. Straighten it maybe, but it's worth the effort. The curls are worth the effort, for sure.
And now, don't you find, like if you had to straighten your hair now, it would be 10 times the effort that you put into it now.
I tried to a couple months ago for some headshots, and it was the biggest struggle. Every time I walked near the window, like just like that, it just kept growing. It was crazy.
And yours is so thick. Did you ever like want it sleek straight, or
I used to straighten it like multiple times a week when I was in middle school. So I have straight hair every day. It took me almost 2 hours every time. And then it would just like grow and grow and grow and get frizzier.
Yeah, because we're getting it out of its natural shape.
No,
it doesn't want to be there,
it.
so it's like, I'm going back. You can't hold me, you know, in this position. So if you just let it be where it wants to be, and you know, find a way to make it look more uniform and kind of like it was, you know, this way on purpose, instead of trying to make it be something it's not, it will look great for days and days, and then it's so much easier. Because you guys could literally now have wet hair, put Controlled Chaos in it, let it air dry, and then just go get on with your life.
That's usually what I do.
All right, we have a couple questions. Does it bring damaged curls back?
It can help. Use the whole system, the cleanser, moisturizer, and curl cream. It can help, especially if they're damaged from color. If they're straightened because you've done like a Brazilian blowout or something like that, it's less likely to bring those back, but it depends. Sometimes the blowouts last longer on some people than others, but it's all about moisture, getting that moisture into the hair and keeping all of those healthy ingredients on the hair to repair it. You can stretch it so much that it just loses its curl permanently, or from heat styling. And so if it's a case of that, yes, it can help bring your curls back. Just don't style it straight ever again. You know, give it like 2 years or something until it's all growing back out, because every time you straighten it, it just gets pissed off. I mean, I like to straighten mine once in a while for fun and just make people, you know, probably like you, because your hair's so curly, it's totally different looking, and so it's nice once in a while to go
Special occasions only.
Yeah, and like go incognito and shock people or something, because hair's fun, so we want to look different, and that's kind of what our haircut is about. It's the only cut for curls that can also be worn straight. So we don't encourage it, but we also don't shame it. So if you straighten it, just know that it's going to be mad at you for a couple days before it curls up nicely again. So if you're working through, if you're someone who straightened it every day and you're going through like a curly transition, just wear curly every single day.
Definitely.
Somebody asked if it's okay to apply daily.
Yes, so it's water soluble. So we get a lot of questions about, is it CG friendly? Yes, because we use amodimethicone, but it is water soluble. It rinses right from the hair. You can feel it just with water. It rinses completely out. So you don't even need a shampoo to rinse it or a clarifier or anything. So you can, I like to, if it's second day, you just need water usually. Sometimes I'll mix a little bit of this in with my water bottle and add a little bit more curl cream if it's a humid day and I don't have enough in, but you are supposed to apply it to soaking wet hair. So make sure that if it's first day styling, it's soaking wet hair, then you can just spritz it with some water or put some water on your hands and kind of scrunch it, but you can add more to it, yes, and it will just rinse right out with water.
How do you prevent curls from drying stringy?
What do you mean by stringy? It could be two different things. Like, it could be stringy, meaning like thin, if it's like looking like you only have 3 little tendrils at the bottom, which probably means you need a haircut. But it could be stringy if you're using a product that has like too much hold, like a gel. And that way, like if I had gel in my hair, I would look stringy. I would call it stringy. I would have like very small, tight, wet looking curls that you could really see through. You could like see the white background behind me. So you need to let your hair dry in perfect curls, but also let it puff, like let it get full so that it doesn't look like it's too pressed together. So use this curl cream and you won't have stringy hair.
How do you properly use a diffuser?
I can show you. So this is just one of the little collapsible diffusers that we use, and you just have this on the end of your blow dryer. On almost every hair type, I will use high heat, high airflow to start, just because you apply this to really wet hair. So sometimes it's good if you're just doing your own hair at home, walk around, let it air dry for a little bit so you're not giving yourself like an hour of blow drying. You can let it air dry quite a bit, just don't touch it as it's drying. So if you're walking around the house getting ready, you're not doing this, you're not touching it and like flicking it around or putting it up in a clip while it dries. You really want it to dry in where you want it to be worn that day. Then when it's like half dry, I would flip my head upside down if I want volume, and you just hold, I'll use you as an example. If you want to tilt to the side a little bit, just your, just your head, like that. So I like to get the hair to come out off of the scalp because that helps with the triangle shape. So you want to get volume here at the scalp so you're not applying any product at the scalp, but you just take it while it's really, really wet. For this hair type, I would leave the ends out because those are going to dry first. Scrunch like this while it's wet and just hold that in place. If your blow dryer has a cool shot, like this one, just cool it off once in a while and move it to medium airflow, medium heat as soon as you start to feel that it's getting dry. And then the ends, I would either leave out and let them air dry or just barely like touch on them as you're drying. For Emma's hair type, I would take, if you want to lean your head to the side as well, I would take her hair and just take a whole big section of it, and you can put the ends all the way in while it's wet. This actually works. And you just kind of pile it in like that and press up to the scalp. For the most part, you want to, and just hold it in place as long as you can and gently let it go, because I see people all the time like going like this, like moving it all around while it's drying, and you really want to not touch the hair while it dries. Just really let it dry in place, and then it will stay here all day because it's already living where it wants to live. We don't want to move it around at all, so let it be where it is until it's totally dry. Then you can move it around. Like, we could brush this hair out with a boar bristle brush and then spritz it with water and come back and it would look like this. It would not, you can't mess it up. It's awesome. So it's pretty life-changing for people with curls to be able to like just live. We hit all the topics. Thanks, guys.